What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today, as you can see, we got the old 240 back in the garage.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
So we got the 240 in the garage because we are going to get this thing ready for FL2K, as we said in the last video. So I got some kind of maintenance stuff, some stuff that needs to be changed. So this will be like the first iteration before we do some major stuff. So let's go over some of the stuff we got. Real simple. The alternator seems like we spun the other one too much, so I got a replacement for that. Coming down, we have a locking dipstick. So we're gonna try and get this thing to work. We seem to be pushing out the dipstick, but we need to bend this. So I don't know how well that's gonna work. Got some fittings, but we'll try that. Coming over here, we have just longer wheel studs. Gonna put these in the front for the welds in the front. Needs a little bit longer. Moving up, this is a fuel tank vent. So basically it's gonna sit in the tank like this. The tank will come between these two gaskets, and then we'll run a hose outside of the cab so there's no fumes. And if the car were to roll over, this flips over and the ball comes down, not allowing fuel to pour out. Inner outer tie rods. I'm hoping that helps a little bit of the death wobble we seem to have on the shutdown. We got the, I think this is from Jegs. But basically it's gonna be a two-step button we're gonna mount on the steering wheel. New ball joints. And then the big boy is this new fuel pump. We have run out of fuel pump with the A1000 that's on the car right now, and we're gonna put this new Aeromotive 5.0 Brushless pump on there. This is not the variable speed one, this is the just wide open, and that's it. So they do make a variable speed one, would have an extra wire coming out of here, but did not for that, it was more expensive. But this should be good for, I think it's 1840 wheel on E85 and forced induction. Some terminals to help wire that in. And I think that'll be it for this first phase. We got a bunch of other cool stuff, but it looks like it's out a few weeks. So that should hopefully be here sooner than later so we can start testing that in the car. But let's go ahead and start getting some of this stuff on there.
Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with
There we got old alternator, new alternator. This one has this trimmed out, so I'm gonna get the little cutoff wheel, trim that guy off so we can slap it on in.
bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything.
All right, all chopped up, looks similar, so now we can go ahead and throw this guy in. But something serious going on outside. Haven't seen this in a long time. I think my boy's working on his 50. Hold on, we gotta walk around, catch him. What are you doing over here? You working on the 50?
Yeah, I'm trying to get bit by spiders. You know how I am.
Hey, homie, I think you got something on your lap, dog.
Dang. Getting these fenders going? What'd you do? You
Fender wells in, try to get the whole front clip together, put it on at one time, you know.
would you cut these up so they would fit to the new frame?
Yep. Made room for the steering box.
Damn, my man working over here. This is probably our new mechanic, so you know.
No. I can't take responsibility for shit.
We got a new one
See,
here.
out here pressure washing.
Maybe one day we'll get this thing going and we'll get a freaking bat motor in here. But he's finally making some progress in the last 6 months. So, all right, let's go ahead, get this alternator in. That way we can cross something off the list. Then we can finally work on getting that nice freaking fuel pump in there so we can turn this son of a gun up.
Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Add it up. Told her if it's all.
Well, apparently we weren't supposed to hit down on it. Tyler said what? Use it as a pry bar?
Pry on it a little bit.
That thing won't clean off.
Well,
Oh,
don't
shit.
listen to me.
But you're the new mechanic.
It looked like a
Hair looks good right now.
me.
Damn. Alright, we got our ball joint separator, I guess you would call it, puller, something like that. Go ahead and try and get this nasty ball joint out of there. It looks terrible, so probably wasn't helping. So let's get back to the time lapse.
Me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
All right, so I got the fuel pump undone from the back of the car, which was a pain. We drained the fuel, all that good stuff. Got the old A1000 out. And I thought both of these would have the same, what they called their signature series, which has the special mounting points on them. Well, got my other one out because actually the car has like rubber isolators in there, so where it's mounted. Let's show you. So here's the new one, here's the old one. And if we line up the holes, you can see how far they are off. So I gotta make a different mounting bracket to move this over so that this fits. It kind of works out because this body is so much bigger, and there's actually the gas tank strap, which sits like right here. So hopefully now that it's moved over a little bit, everything will fit, and we'll get this thing wired in. It's always got to be something. It can't be easy. Same thing with the steam vent kit, which we were going to change out. Well, the bracket that I have that holds my regulator on, that hits. So got to come up with something different for that. Also destroyed this ball joint because I'm an idiot and forgot to take the C-clip off. So don't forget that and do what I did. So we have a new lower control arm coming in. That should be here, I think, Friday. We'll swap those in. I already got the inner and outer tie rods in, so those are good. We'll get the front end squared away. I'm hoping that something else for the front end, I don't want to say it yet, but hopefully something else comes in the next like week or so while it's in here so that we can go ahead and do that, get an alignment all in one. So I think tomorrow I'll come back and I'll get this fuel pump hopefully mounted in, wired in, and we'll be good there. And then we can move on to some other stuff. All right, so we made a little bit of progress tonight. Got the vent in. I have a Sump tank, which is, I'll show you down there. But this is the sending unit. We don't use any of this. So I wanted to make sure that we had no issues with getting enough air into the tank. So we'll run a line from here to the outside so there's no fumes inside, but that should give us good tank vent. So under here, I'll show you, that would be the tank sump there. And then if I come around to lay on the floor and do this, oops, you can see I got the fuel pump installed. It's got little isolators, rubber isolators where on the mounting points, and we got it just about wired in. I need to put a new ground wire on it, but that is in and ready to go. wanted to at least show you guys something new we got. Normally we film on what you're seeing right now, which is the iPhone, I think it's 11. That's what I've been filming on mostly. And I wanted to, I guess, increase the production value a little bit, have a better camera for shooting stuff, so ended up picking up this Sony A6600. So let's go ahead and unbox it real quick to show you what we got. All right, Sony A6600. I actually picked up this cool little this cage, and I'll show you why in a minute. But so our new camera here. See it here. Pretty cool little thing. Reason I got this one is it's not a full frame sensor camera, but they have a special name for it. Don't remember exactly what it was, but I wanted to make sure that at least it had a flip up screen so that while vlogging I could at least see myself. But this also has an issue with, this is the mount for where your mic would go. So if you have your screen up and your mic there, you won't be able to see anything. So that is why I got the cage for it, and the cage moves over the mounting point to here so that you can have your screen up and then also have your microphone. So got that. Came with a, I believe this is 16 to 50 lens for it. So that should give me decent amount of I guess field of view so that you guys can see everything I'm talking about. I might go with maybe a 12mm lens just for an extra width, and then also a little bit more light increase in case we have some dark things. And then the rest of this is just strap, charger, and then a battery charger. So that'll be the new camera, and I'm hoping it looks a lot better than what we currently got, and then hopefully we can do some slower montages. And then also got this little wrap here. We're gonna wrap up the camera, and I'll do a little time lapse so you guys can see that. But bring you guys back. So hopefully this new camera works a lot better. Be able to film some cooler stuff, and all high definition, also have some slow-mo stuff. So I think it should be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and switch over to it. Alright, so here we are on the new camera. Hopefully it looks pretty good. I think it does. I can kind of see it in the screen. But the audio is probably not perfect just yet because I haven't got the mic in, but working on that. Should be here next week. So we got a bunch of stuff done on the 240. I set up the two-step button. I have the wiring redone for the fuel pump. We even got the new steam vent kit in there, put that in. We're still working on the ball joints because I screwed up one side, so we're waiting on whole new lower control arms to come in. Once those come in, slap them in, we'll take it for a ride. But I did want to show you guys a little bit of how to go through and set up the two-step within the Terminator. So let's go ahead and start that. I haven't even done it yet, so this is going to be live how I do it. So all right, so I was going to show you how to do the setup two-step, but I think I got like a firmware issue, so it's not really working. And then the second thing I went to do was try the two-step to see if that was working, because I wanted to try and, you know, shoot some flames for the boys. But I think the fuel regulator I have here, this guy in here, I guess is not set for the right pressure. I think it's like a 30 to 60 PSI regulator. So when I turn the fuel pump on, which also is super loud, it just goes straight to 60 pounds, and then once I turn it on, it just skyrockets. So I'm assuming that this is probably too small of a regulator for that pump. So I ordered the correct regulator for that, and then we can use this one on the C10. So that should be here Friday, along with some other parts, and then hopefully we'll be able to send it on the two-step. Maybe do some test launches. I'll do a little more things to the transmission, change the fluid out on that, maybe change the diff fluid. But already got probably around like 15 minutes of footage. So we're gonna end this one here, and then I'll start another vlog tomorrow, getting part 2 going for FL2K. But we're getting close. It's kind of, as everybody knows, working on cars, stuff always goes wrong. So anyway, we're gonna keep working on it, and we're gonna make it to FL2K. So tell your friends.